Hey everybody, Marshall123X here. Welcome back to my weekly Samurai Jack Season 5 podcast. I am joined once again by TheGeckoNinja.
Hello.
And I would like to say Happy Easter to anybody who's seeing this on Easter or the day after. And if you don't celebrate Easter, well, happy Sunday the 16th to you, or the day after Sunday the 16th, whatever that is. And we're going to discuss the events of episode 5, I believe, was it? Episode 5?
Yep, episode 5.
This is the halfway point of the season 5 finale. Well, this is the halfway point of season 5, and some pretty cool,
pretty good episode.
Pretty good episode, yeah. And I have to say, it had a very appropriate ending, but we'll get to that. So, Gecko has all the notes on this episode, so I'm gonna let him take the lead. Go ahead whenever you're ready.
All right. Well, the episode starts off with an army being led to fight a coup, and guess who's leading it? The good old Scotsman.
The good old Scotsman's gonna wreck
He's
your
an old
shit.
man.
Oh God, it
He's
was great.
There, but he's an old man now.
Oh man, when I saw him, I was like, yes!
I was like, oh my God, he's still alive.
There he is! And he's got a machine gun on his leg.
Still.
Yeah, I love it. And then he has many, many daughters. He's a legion of daughters.
Oh yeah, there's like, he has an army. He was getting busy.
Yeah, I mean, well,
the fact that he's 50, but he has like an army of daughters that are like,
oh yeah,
pretty hot.
they're pretty good. They're like Amazonians. They're
yeah,
huge.
they're pretty. They're tall and thick.
I love how he was like, I take you out for one water, and you dress like you're going out dancing. Cover yourselves, you'll catch yourself a cold, get your death of cold. And
He was
like,
getting mad because they were kind of like not skimpy because they were showing a little bit of skin.
They were just like, they weren't exactly clad in armor, but they were wearing like really like rustic stuff, so it was like really good movement and everything.
I'm sure you could just put an image.
Yeah, I'll throw it up there,
screen.
but I'll throw it. But they're just wearing kilts.
I love the fact that he was like, "What are you doing dressed like that?"
Yeah, you're gonna catch your death of cold. Cover yourselves, and that goes for all of you. And they're like, "Dad," and they cover themselves.
I was like, "God damn, he got like $1 million, dude."
It was funny.
Getting busy, dude.
Dude, fuck whatever, man. They're all
yeah, but
gingers.
considering we know what his wife looks like,
hey man, dude,
I'm surprised it came out looking as good as they are.
Hey, we don't know what she looked like in her younger days. You know.
Yeah, she probably looked better than.
I mean, just don't call her fat. You know, we remember that was a big mistake.
Don't call me fat.
Oh, I'm not fat.
What'd she say? Like, what was her excuse? I'm big boned or something like that.
She says like, I'm husky or something. I'm pleasantly plump.
All right, so like they're so
they found
the Scotsman actually has an army along with his daughters.
Yeah, along with like how many daughters do you have? I'd say at least over a dozen.
It looked like he had like 20 of them.
Yeah, at least over a dozen easily. But he had them. He had them plus himself plus.
They were all just as thick.
Yep, they're all thick beauties.
I think they all had like basically the same exact body type.
Yeah, they had different hairstyles about them and like everything else like that. And they kind of had different like there was differences between them like, but they all had the exact same body model.
Yeah.
But hey, it's like you have the daughters of Aku, you have the daughters of the Scotsman. You know.
Yeah.
They can get together on Sundays if the daughters of Aku.
So the army. So the army was attacking Aku's fortress, and Aku's just like, "What the fuck is going on here?"
Yeah, he's like, "Can we stop all that noise?"
Yeah.
And
So he's like, maybe annihilating this army will like get me out of. I don't know what he said. He was just saying something really slow.
Like out of my funk or something like that. He was basically.
Is that what he was saying?
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what he meant.
He was like, yeah, and so jumps out of his fortress and just bowling balls
literally
the entire army, pretty much just killed them all.
Yeah, literally rolled.
And the Scotsman was like, "This is probably not a good idea."
Because this was a bad idea. Girls, retreat.
Yeah, at least he knew to do that. But he told them to retreat while he stalls Aku.
Oh, he just sat there.
So Aku sees the girls retreating, and he was gonna go attack them, but the Scotsman like stopped him and started just talking straight shit.
Yeah, talking.
He was just talking straight shit at him.
He's like, "You're just a wee baby shaking in your cradle. You know that Samurai Jack's coming for you."
You can do his voice pretty good.
It's like he has a little bit of that like a rusty, like a really like rough Irish.
Can you do his laugh like? Yeah, that's perfect. That's exactly how he laughed.
Yeah.
You got that exact tone of his like
Nah.
raspy laugh right there.
Yeah, that's the. It's like
So he was
pirate
like,
and
he's
Irish.
just like, yeah. So he's in his wheelchair just talking shit.
Yeah, mad
And
smack.
yeah, and he was talking about how like, that like Samurai Jack's out there, like
He's coming for ya.
he's out there. You're scared that he's that
Yeah,
he's
that's
inspiring people.
Yeah, he's inspiring people by the thousands to take you down, basically. And then Aku's sort of like rolling his eyes at him and stuff. And then
So when he's just like, when he's just like, you're just a brave, haha, and then he just like laser beams him.
Yeah, in the
blows
middle,
him up,
like disintegrates him. And
yeah,
I
literally
honestly,
I was surprised. I was like, no.
Yeah, I was like, no.
You killed him, you
I
bastard.
was like, dude, because that's one of the characters we were all waiting for, and he dies.
He's my favorite Samurai Jack
Yeah,
character.
and like I
By
honestly
far.
cried a little bit. I was like, no. And
I was upset. I was like, no.
I even
You
gave
just killed him like that. Like no.
like he was nothing. Like, and then I even gave a little salute. I was like, God damn it, dude, are you serious?
Yeah. So
But
like
then-
when he shoots the laser, you see this big explosion, and
Yeah,
the
and
sword
then,
broke and flew.
And you think that
in front of the
maybe and you think that maybe he survived, and maybe they're just not going to show his demise. No,
He's a fucking skeleton in that.
Skeleton. There's a skeleton there, dude, in a wheelchair, and it turns to
and
ashes.
it just falls into dust.
Into ashes. And you're like, no, what a way to go. He survived all these years just for him to die like that. I was like, no.
Yeah, I was kind of upset. I was like, that's how you're gonna take him out?
I was hoping for like a Jack reunion and everything else. Like that'd be great. So anyway, you go ahead. You tell the rest of the thing.
Yeah, so his daughters, see it and they're like upset.
We'll
They see
avenge
the
you,
pile.
father.
So Aku just goes back into his castle.
He's like, why did he
And,
have to bring up the samurai? And
Oh yeah, why did he have to bring up the samurai?
Yeah. Aku's making me laugh. Aku's great.
Yeah, he just fucking killed the guy, and it's just like he's still
Whatever. He's been.
he still has that attitude.
Yeah, who knew
I was like-
world domination would be this boring?
Now he's Scottish.
Yeah. No, I didn't mean to. Sorry. I can't do like the Mako voice. The guy.
Asian accent.
Well, the Mako voice, like I think Mako. I forgot his last name. Was the original voice actor for Aku.
Yeah.
And R.I.P. Mako.
Yeah.
Iroh will never be the same. Anyway. But I can't do that voice very well without going into like a Scottish voice.
Yeah, but so he goes back in the castle. The Scotsman's daughters are grieving over him. They have his sword that's broken.
Yeah, he was carrying a sword the whole time. His 6 foot his 6 foot claymore that he's had forever.
That is a claymore, huh?
Yeah, it's a big ass
giant claymore.
6 foot of solid steel.
Magic runes.
Yeah, Celtic runes. That's what he says.
Oh, yeah.
Magic Celtic runes is what he says. Yeah, but basically what happens is, go ahead.
So apparently his soul is like attached to the sword because out of the ashes comes his ghost.
Yeah, like
and he's in his prime form.
Yeah,
we all know.
Yeah, the classic Scotsman, all burly and sweaty. All
still with his jaggedy ass teeth and everything.
Yeah, very Robin Williams-esque. Fucking large, hairy, and sweaty.
There you go. Big hairy man.
Yeah, big old hairy man, and he's in like an astral form. So I'm wondering, I'm wondering what kind of like if he's actually tangible on this plane. But hey, he's still there. He's literally.
He mentioned it had to do with the sword, right? He was pointing out it's the sword.
Well, no, he said Celtic magic runes or Celtic runes, and he gestured.
Something about clearly the sword is keeping his soul on this plane of existence.
Right, exactly. The runes brought him back. Yeah, there's runes on
so
his blade.
So he tells his daughters their plan to find Jack so they can end Aku
and make a bigger army there. So we're gonna get a bigger army. We're gonna find Jack.
Well, because they know that Jack is the only person that has the means of destroying Aku.
Yeah, well, I mean, we don't know where the sword is right now, so.
Yeah, but they know that Jack has the ability to do it.
Well, no, the sword is what stops.
Yeah, but he's the one. He's supposed to be the possessor. master of it.
He is, yeah. So
But they probably don't know that he lost it.
Yeah, that's the thing is they're unaware that he lost the sword.
Yeah.
I don't think Aku's aware that he lost the sword. So
No one's aware of it.
besides Jack.
Yep. I mean the Scantman robot was the only one that had discovered it, but he got killed before he could tell Aku.
Oh yeah, that's true. He was gonna tell Aku about that. And
Yeah,
Jack,
that's why he broke his cell phone.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh, you ain't telling Aku this.
Yeah, which it's like if Jack says there's no hope, why would he care if Aku knew?
Because then Aku would just destroy him at that.
Yeah,
on the
if
spot.
there's no hope, so then who cares if he lives or dies? That's why I think
Well,
there's more. I think there's more to it. I think he really, deep down, still has faith that he can beat Aku. He's just lost right now.
I think he's scared to just kill himself.
Let's talk about the rest of the episode.
Well, because he contemplates about it.
I'm talking about the ending.
But then he doesn't want to do it.
The ending of this episode. So.
Yeah. All right. So it cuts to Jack and her name is Ashe, right?
Yeah, Ashe.
Ashe. And they're on the island. Ashe looks up to the sun, right?
Mm-hmm,
was it the sun?
The moon. I think it started off as the moon and became the sun later.
Okay. Well, like her mother was telling her, like, what are you doing? You need to kill Jack. He's sleeping. And she's like, Ashe is... Yeah, Ashe is at this point where she's actually questioning what she's been taught.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she wants to know the truth. And her mother, I don't know if this is actually her mother, like, communicating to her, or if it's just, like, her
No, I think it's an internal struggle, like with Jack.
She was saying, you were always the weak one. You failed us.
Even though she excelled beyond the rest of the daughters.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't see how
They're
you
always
can say
distracted.
that. Mom, you're wrong, or whatever. I literally, stabbed.
But it's at the point where she's willing to, like, she wants to know the truth.
Right.
So she hears
she
Jack running. And so she thought that he ran away.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, when I saw him in the water, I thought, oh, he's going to catch some fish.
Yeah, it's going to be a Goku moment where he like, giant fish.
Oh, we need to eat breakfast and stuff. But nope, what Jack did was fucking tame a fucking sea dragon.
Yeah. A literal sea dragon.
He tamed a blue sea dragon. And he's like, get on.
Get on now.
So it's like, I guess he found a way off the island.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's what I expected to happen. They were going to hijack a big fish or something like that.
And seeing him pop out of the water, like riding on a sea dragon, I think I actually got a little wet there.
Oh yeah, a little impressed. Yeah.
She looked at. She was a little excited there. Like she's like, whoa.
Impressed. Like, hold on.
Yeah.
Was I?
You saw that look on her face.
Oh yeah, it's like, was I really trying to fight this guy? That's the thought I got. It's like, how did they ever like? How could they ever stand a chance, especially individually, against fucking Samurai Jack, dude? There's no way.
So he gives her the magic carpet ride, and they get off the island. She's like really impressed by the wonders of nature.
Oh yeah. Because she's never seen it. She's It's all been black and red to her whole fucking life.
Yeah, pretty much. Living in a cave.
What's blue? Fucking here it is, the ocean. Yeah. Oh yeah, but she sees some cool stuff. The dragon does some cool, like tricks. Lots of undulation, flying through the air, going underwater.
Yeah, they make it to like I guess civilization. I guess. Like
they make it to a mainland, to a continent.
Yeah, mainland. There you go.
Yeah, they make it to mainland, and Jack's just like, he thanks the dragon. The dragon leaves
for his kindness. I was like, whoa, okay.
All right, well, cool.
He was being nice.
Well, I mean, he obviously probably had to wrestle it for a second, but see, and the reason why he ran, probably why he jumped up and ran so quickly was probably because he saw the dragon and was like, oh, that's our way out of here. Ah!
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Hold on, wait, bitch.
Yeah. So
But anyway, so Jack just was like, bye.
Yeah, he was like, well, I guess we're gonna part ways. And then so she tells him that she wants to know the truth.
Yeah, and she follows him to his campsite. Makes a little campsite down the beach.
Yeah, so she was asking him to tell her the truth, and
show
he was
her.
like,
show her.
Yeah, show her proof or something like that. And he's like, nah.
Nah. Reasonable request, if you ask me. I mean, it's like her whole...
Yeah, I was like, well, here, she's asking you to...
she's willing to listen, she's willing to see, she's willing to cooperate. And he's like, no, you're too blinded by Aku's evil to see. And
you will never change.
You will never change. It's like, what a fucking dick. It's like, dude.
And that pissed her off, and she's like, you're just nothing but an evil pig or whatever.
All right, I'll show you.
And he's
it's
like, all right.
All right.
I love that, like, what's it called, a juxtaposition or whatever?
Yeah, I can't pronounce it.
Juxtaposition.
Juxtaposition. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
You can say it for me.
Like, because it's like in the episode of Jump Good. He's like, and then you'll teach me to jump good? And he's like, no. I mean, yes.
No.
That's what they always do.
Yeah. Oh, man. But, so... the journey begins where he starts showing her things that the horrible things that Aku has done across the land. I have a question. This obviously started off in the story. Obviously started off in Japan, right? What?
Did it?
Yeah, it was in Japan. Why do you think he's called Samurai Jack? His name's Aku.
Could be other reasons he could be a samurai.
Well. But Aku's name is...
I mean, it's a made-up world. I mean, I thought...
Well, I know, but I'm pretty sure it started off in Japan. In fact...
it probably is.
Well, in the episode where he meets those metal eaters, they were Japanese... like a traditional Japanese family, and they had asked if he was familiar with Edo. And he's like, oh, yes, my family frequented in Edo. I'm very familiar with Edo. So he was from the feudal period... I'm guessing, probably just before probably just around the same time the feudal. And remember, his father fought off assassins, so it probably was around the feudal period.
Yeah, it looked like feudal time.
Yeah. So, what continent are they on? Are they still in Europe? Are they on North?
Well, I don't think he was. He's been traveling the world after he came to the future.
Right.
Before he even came to the future, so. Hell if we know what continent they're in now, or whatever country.
Right. Well, anyway.
Well, I don't think there's governments anymore, so they're probably continents now, right?
Well, there is a government. It's Aku, and that's it. His evil
well,
is
I mean,
my evil
governments
is law.
and well, I mean governments in terms of like each country has a government.
Right.
But
anyway,
Aku's the government.
Yeah, Aku. What Aku says goes.
Well, I mean, he's not a government. He's just a dictator, ruler.
Dictator. He's a potato shaped like a dick.
Okay.
A dictator.
Oh, I get it.
A dictator.
I was like, wait, what?
All right. Dictator. Anyway,
I see what you did there.
And then, he runs a dictatorship, which is a ship.
So he says, have a seat. And so she's waiting there. She's like, well, when do we start? And he's like,
tomorrow.
In the morning. Be patient. And she's like,
yeah. Why?
So she just jumps up on a rock ledge to wait, to wait it out, I guess.
Yeah, and she lays.
And she asks him, "The stars up in the skies, are those Aku's creation?" And he's like, "What? No, why would you?"
Are you serious?
Like he has this attitude, like, "Are you fucking stupid?"
Well, it's not her fault. It's what she's been taught.
Yeah, I know. That's why he stopped himself, because I'm pretty sure he was like, "Okay, she's clearly been brainwashed since birth."
Yeah, and not even he has like a scientific explanation of it.
But it's funny how he's just like, "Are you serious?" He had that attitude, like, "Are you fucking stupid?"
Right. Well, that I do like. Yeah, Jack's attitude is really. I love it so hard.
I'm pretty sure he's just he just is tired of giving fucks at this point.
Right. Yeah. Again.
Just like, you fucking stupid.
It makes me think back to when he screamed and when she hit the back of his head. He's like, ah, because he's just.
You gotta be kidding.
Yeah, the genuine frustration is what I love. But anyway, he tells her a story. About
what his mother said about
his mother. Yeah, his mother told her
about how the stars were formed
by
about the brother and sister, like one named the sun and one named the moon or something like that.
And they shot enchanted arrows into the sky, which created the stars. Now I thought that is there not? Now, like I said, this would be a question for Gaijin. I believe there's actually a thing about that.
I'm sure it's some kind of Japanese like lore or something like that. Just because like of how like Japan was created by the gods dipping a sword into the sea,
and
the drops becoming the diamonds. I mean the
islands.
The islands.
Yeah. And I think when he said the sun and moon, he was referencing Amaterasu and Tsukiyomi. Which,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
he talked about that, huh?
yeah. I think that's what he was referencing.
Yeah.
Because
No, but I mean, I think Gaijin talked about that before.
yeah, oh yeah, Gaijin's made that reference. When he
Yeah.
talked about like his Okami videos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying is that's the thing. Tsukiyomi was Amaterasu's brother, and they were actually brothers and sisters. They were all also lovers, I think, or something like that. But Tsukiyomi was the god of the moon, and Amaterasu was the god of the sun. And I believe
So it's basically a simplified version of how the stars were born.
I
or
think
whatever.
so. Like I said, that'd be a question for Gaijin. So that'd be cool.
Gaijin, you can do an episode about that?
Yeah, do a culture shock on that one. Anyway, moving on.
I'm calling you out.
Calling you out.
All right,
But,
so
moving
Jack
on.
reveals the truth about nature and like how Aku is the
It's like,
evil
yeah.
personified.
Yeah.
He's a
Nature. It used to be
destroyer.
here. It used to be here, but it's not here
Yeah,
no
he
more.
shows a beautiful tree that's like surrounded by a bunch of like spikes. I
Burnt
don't know what
trees.
they're representing
I think
there.
they're burnt
Oh, okay, they were
trees.
burnt trees.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Nature used to have it, don't got it no more. Aku,
So at this point, like he's pretty much showed her like what Aku really is.
how he deals. We see an intergalactic criminal, actually land at one of his cities. And
Oh yeah, they go to Aku City, so
Mhm.
we finally get to see like what goes on in Aku City.
Yeah. So this guy, do you want to tell it or?
You go ahead.
Oh yeah, this guy's like a criminal on his own planet, him and his crew, and they're looking for refuge on. We're looking for a place to live, basically, where they can keep being shitty criminals. And the guy
Yeah, Aku
welcomes them.
accepts like all
Yeah.
criminals. So I was
With-
like, so
with-
that's where all these
Yeah,
aliens come from.
Yeah,
They pretty
it's-
much just accept that like,
It's a haven for
planet Earth is a haven for like criminals.
Yeah,
and
that's
so
what.
I was like, that's where all these aliens come from.
Exactly. It's a safe haven for criminals.
Intergalactic criminals.
Yeah, and everything else like that. And it turns out that Aku has a relocation program for criminals, and gives them property, to occupy that they
Yeah.
can just live on. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you're wanted for the murder of 50 planets. Well, here you can live here. Here's all this free property you get. And,
Yeah, and
it
the
was
guy
already
was,
the guy was obviously not a good guy, and the place he was assigned to was occupied by a peaceful village full of happy people who are kind of just living their lives. And he's like, that space is occupied, and he's like, is that a problem for you? And he's like,
no.
And he had this big nasty grin go across his face. We all know what's
pretty
gonna
much,
happen.
pretty much saying that like this is the area you're gonna fucking rape and pillage.
do what you will with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And we know what he would do with it.
and that's why we get a better glimpse of like Aku's tyranny on the planet.
Yeah, a little more of the inner
now
workings.
in this,
Yeah.
because we know what. Because before we were asking like all this technology in these villages where there's people who are clearly like living their lives normally.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what is Aku doing that's so evil? And it's like, well, here we go. Now we get the answers now. They're actually answering like what makes Aku like such a terror on the planet.
Behind the scenes, kind of, what kind of shady dealings he's doing. And the fact that these girls were brainwashed to think that he was the benevolent one is what's even crazier.
Yeah, they were saying he's the god of the fucking world and stuff like that.
He created the world and whatnot. And I guess it makes sense because they were isolated away from everything. And I guess that's why they were isolated, so they couldn't be blinded by any other doubt, except for what they were brainwashed and programmed to do. Well, they weren't brainwashed; they were actually programmed. I think there's a difference.
I guess they were bred.
Yeah, so they were. We switched to a scene where there was already a ransacked village of blue furry people. It's like it's like what you get if you cross a Smurf with Robin Williams. They're just big, hairy Smurf people. And a bunch of the children,
They look like Beast from X-Men, basically.
Yeah, or
That's what I was thinking. It was like
like
little Beast,
little Beast, like not nearly
little
as
John McCoy.
Yeah, John. McCoy.
Was that his name, John McCoy?
I think so. I think his first name was John.
Yeah.
Anyway, we found out there's one guy still alive, and all the children have been kidnapped and taken to some factory somewhere.
You recognize Jack?
Yeah, he recognized Jack. Not sure.
He knew who Jack was.
Well, it's been 50 years. We don't know where Jack's been.
Oh, before that, when they were in the city, Jack stole some clothes and stuff. So
Oh,
that
yeah, he looks
was
like a pimp. He looked like a pimp.
He looked kind of like a pirate in a way.
Yeah.
He had these, like big cufflings and big coat.
But he had a big shoulders and those
Yeah.
boots and the big old pimp hat. You know.
Yeah.
I thought he looked like a pimp. And he's dressed like a pimp, and he's got a girl in latex following him around. You put the pieces together.
There you go.
Yeah, but
trying to be a little subtle there, huh?
yeah, I mean, hey, he's just fitting the bill, man. I mean, think about it. You know, where else?
Yeah, so
you'd find a hooker in that. You'd find a
the
pimp.
children of that the village of blue people were kidnapped.
Kidnapped and then brainwashed into little monsters.
Yeah.
And it they get to this factory and they find out that the kids are being controlled by this frequency that talks to a chip that's embedded in their skulls.
Drives them nuts.
Yeah, it makes them crazy.
Feral.
Yeah, and that actually kind of makes sense because I saw a video about how.
Oh yeah, Matt had this.
Yeah, it was
a thing about that with Mass Effect.
Mass Effect, yeah. Where what do they call? What was the really low frequency?
The frequency that
yeah, but what is it called?
Humans are affected by certain frequencies. That's why, like in haunted houses, certain boiler rooms or machinery can cause us to hallucinate or
see ghosts.
feel feel uncertain presences and stuff like that. It's a fear response.
Yeah, it
causes a fear response in humans.
Right.
That's why that houses are haunted when really it's just like some machinery or something in the environment is causing
resonating. Yeah, it's like resonating a low frequency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that's why.
Yeah, and that kind of
rational explanation.
Yeah, and there's a little bit of science to that. I mean, I'm not sure if the creators thought that out, but hey, that makes sense. That could actually be done. And especially if the frequencies are amplified right at the base of their skull, I could see it affecting their, how they behave and everything else.
Yeah, it's driving them crazy. I mean, they clearly look like they're being driven crazy by it.
The more you know. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
But, so, they split up. Jack distracts the kids. And Ashe goes to look for the source of the frequency.
Jack is getting fucking
mauled by these kids, but not breaking the skin that I can see, so he's not taking too much damage.
Well, I mean, he's fighting them off, getting them off of him.
So Ashe finds the source, gets caught by the guy who's operating all of it. He's like a guy in a bunch of armor, electric
big robot armor.
Yeah, and she gets captured and begins to be tortured by electrocution. Yeah. But I thought it was funny how we're this far in the future, but they still use AC fucking plugs. I thought that was really funny.
Yeah. He's like, oh, juice is low.
It's like, damn, Tesla, your shit stands the test of time. Good job, Tesla. But
props to Aki for being able to handle that much electricity torture.
Yeah, you said Aki.
Did I say Aki?
You said
Ashe.
Yeah, Ashe. She got terrible amounts of electrical torture.
Oh, the way she got caught was in that thing. It's just like it looked like it smashed her hands.
Oh yeah, she got caught in these giant claws and it crushed her hands and her feet, but apparently it didn't.
It was just holding her in place, but I mean, it looked like it was like it clamped onto her.
Got the clamps. The clamps.
Got a clamp.
But
the art in this one was kind of funny. The way when she gets tortured, her limb, like the way they drew her when she gets tortured.
Oh, her face. Yeah.
It's kind of funny. Well, not her face, but just like how her body contorts and stuff like that.
Yeah. I thought her face looked a little weird, but I think that's, how would you feel?
Oh, yeah.
How would you feel
when he found her? He's like, oh, we got a samurai sympathizer and a cute one at that.
Yeah, and he grabs her face, and all of a sudden she's got fish lips. I'm like, what?
He's just making a goofy face out of her, just squeezing her cheeks.
Yeah, it was kind of weird looking.
I was like, okay, they're getting kind of weird because he He's like,
very, very, very rapey. You know what I'm saying?
It sounded like that.
And then the camera started panning down. I was like, whoa, where are we going with this?
I know. I was like, what's gonna happen?
Then he's like, his hands started like surging up like I said, oh, thank God. You know what I'm saying?
I was like, oh, okay.
I was like,
whatever. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's just gonna electrocute her.
He's just gonna shock her to death. Okay, thank God. You know.
I was like, how far is this?
Yeah.
I was like, how far is this show gonna go?
Yeah, it's like, man, they're pushing that TV 14 hard. But I guess that's just how dirty our minds are.
Just so dirty minds.
Yeah.
You know the artists are going nuts with Ashe.
Oh yeah. They got I'm taking some liberties with her. I think it's fine.
Actually, I wanted to show you something.
Oh no.
This is an Ashe fan art. It's another one of that where she's tied up.
Oh, okay. Let me see.
It's perfectly tame. Don't worry.
Perfectly tame. Props to the artist.
See if I can...
Do you have the artist's name?
Let me look. Pause this right here. See if I got... Oh, okay. Here it is. Image address. It's on Fur Affinity, so you...
Oh boy.
I'll give you the direct link. There's an artist by SLB. That's the artist
I wouldn't
name
call that tame, but it's just it's basically.
Well, I mean, she's not nude or anything.
No, not
just
technically
thick as
nude.
fuck.
Yeah, it's. I wouldn't call it tame, but it's basically the same image you sent me last week.
Extremely exaggerated.
Yeah, but extremely
of the pose.
Extremely exaggerated.
Basically, she got a big old booty.
Props to the artist. I like the style. The art style's great.
Yeah,
I like that
they kept with the colors and stuff.
Yeah. The man, I really like that sort of like chalk almost, like a chalk drawing.
Yeah, it looks like acrylic paint, or
yeah.
Like you see the shadow on the floor. It kind of looks like acrylic paint or something.
Yeah. I get that, and like they also went with the theme of no outlines, and I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, really nice. That's hilarious. Props to the artist. Thank you for making that. Did a good job.
Yeah.
I'll put your name up there, and I will even link to it. Anyway, so
yeah, let me give you a link to his Fur Affinity, like the actual link.
Yeah.
You need to have a Fur Affinity account if you want to see it.
Yeah, make sure you got. Is it like? Did it have the adult filter on or whatever?
Well, I mean, Fur Affinity has
it'll warn you.
You have to have
Yeah, it'll warn you. And you have to have a Fur Affinity account, but
I mean, it's not explicit, so I don't think it's gonna be warranted as mature.
I think it's funny, like pouty little face.
I don't think he said it as mature, so you might be able to see it.
Her pouty little face is like, my butt's in the air. My booty's in the air. Anyway, so she gets tortured.
She was getting tortured. Yeah, shocked basically the entire time.
Getting electroshock therapy in the wrong kind of way. And she sees Jack in the with the monitor and sees how he's refusing to hurt the kids because he knows the kids are innocent in all this, and she has a bit of a rage moment.
Well, the guard was pointing out that he's like, look at he's like, not he will not hurt an innocent person. So brainwashing children was the perfect idea to attack him because he won't fight back.
Yeah,
or whatever.
Exactly.
And that pissed her off because he's like, he was mocking children is so easy to manipulate, so easy to brainwash and stuff, and that was pissing her off because
that's what happened to her.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, she was deceived her whole life. So she had a rage moment and ripped herself free of the claws and was able to fight the guy off and knocked his helmet off. Turns out, I think he was human underneath that.
Yeah, it's just some dude.
Some dude. Fucking. He even had he had a mustache, didn't he?
Yeah, he had a big mustache. Just some human dude.
He had like an Uncle Lou pedo stash. Very creepy.
A big ass mustache.
Yeah, and she threw him, and I guess he was full of nitroglycerin because he exploded.
Oh yeah, apparently I think she just killed him.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's totally dead. I mean, definitely. But he didn't hit anything. He didn't even hit the console. He just exploded. I don't know why.
Well, I think she threw him at some barrels or something,
no,
right?
I don't think she did. They just threw him next to the console and he exploded. I'll have to go back and look, but it's like, it's like, fucking, what did you keep your your gas, like, you have a gas tank in there or what? Like nitro? Were you bringing nitro home for dinner or what, dude?
Yeah.
So once the console's destroyed, the frequency that was controlling the kids ceases, and the kid, and the chip in the back of the kids' necks or heads short circuit, and they fall to the ground.
Just knocks them out.
Yeah, just knocks them out.
But Jack thinks that it killed them.
Yeah, for some reason, Jack, I guess, is under the impression that they all died, so this kind of sent him into a fit.
Yeah, he was upset.
He's
he
like,
thought
no! Even though he had no reason to believe, but whatever. I guess it's just
yeah, why don't you check first, dude?
Check the pulse, dude. Come on, you know this. But I think it's just because that's how like weak his psyche is right now. So, so that's this.
So because of
that, it kind of the shock from that caused him to see the shadow samurai guy on horseback again. And
I just call him like the Dark Horseman.
Yeah, the Dark Horseman, and he's like, "Yes, it is time." And then Jack's like, "Yes, it is," and then follows him into the mist. So,
like, what the hell?
Yeah. I was like, what? What's going on?
I'm trying to wonder what that represents.
Right, and I'm like, at first I thought he meant like he was going to attempt to kill himself, because like you could kind of see the broken glass in the window in the backdrop, and I thought for sure he was gonna turn towards that and like attempt to like kill himself with it, and Ashe was gonna stop him, but that's not what happened. He just follows the Dark Horseman into the mist. Ashe shows up to where he was. The children are of course okay. And the episode ends with Ashe calling out to Samurai Jack, trying to find him, and then it cuts to black.
Watch out!
Watch out!
But yeah, at first when he's like, "Now do you believe?" and she's like, "Yes."
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, I thought she was just playing along.
No. I think she definitely sees. Yeah. He does ask her.
Well, no. After this, yeah, I definitely believe she believes now. But at first, I thought she was just like going along, like, yeah, I believe you, but I'm gonna kill you.
I believe it.
I'm just faking it.
Kill you.
No, but like, yeah, she's seen the truth.
Yeah.
And so she's a good guy now. She's a good girl.
She's a good girl, which means she's gonna put on a white spandex.
Didn't I call it? I called it on the first episode.
Oh yeah. Give him props. Throw a few balloons down, Barry, so that Gecko knows that he was right.
Yeah.
Anyway, can I get some balloons, Barry? Just like one single balloon full.
Just one single balloon going up.
Yeah, has your face on it.
There you go.
Been saving that for a while. Anyway, yeah, that's about it. Not much else to say. That was the whole episode. Good episode. I mean, like, I love how every single episode has just been good. Like, it's every episode has been pretty satisfying. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I was very happy to see the Scotsman.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That like every episode has something in it that everybody wanted to see.
I was just glad that he was still around.
Oh yeah.
Like after 50 years, he's an old man in a wheelchair.
Just a wee baby.
I was just wondering what he would look like after 50 years. I was like, is he dead? Is he still alive? I was like,
nope.
I was like,
nope.
Yeah.
He's still trucking. But
until Aku got him.
No.
But I guess that would be a pretty good warrior's death for him. He died at the hands of the Aku.
Died at the
He died talking shit.
Died talking
to Aku's face.
And died for his daughters.
Yeah, he's still around. So I'm glad of that. I'm glad that he's still around in some way. And it's kind of cool that we have him in his original form, in a way. So he's back as like this.
He's in his prime. So him and Jack can kind of fight as they did before.
Yeah.
Back to back, laddie.
Yeah. But, so I can't wait to see more of them together.
Oh yeah. Oh, I hope that his astral form is like tangible, so he can actually fight. He's not just like a ghost that just like says stuff.
Yeah. Well, maybe the sword. He'll be able to wield the sword.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Maybe the sword will make him immortal. Like once he touches the sword again, he'll become physical or something like that.
Yeah, tangible. I think is what it's called.
I just hope there's a reason.
Yeah, I hope they expand.
To bring him back.
Hope they expand on it. That's what I really want.
Yeah, since he's leading his daughters to find Jack.
Yep.
In his astral form, so.
Yep.
I'm excited about that.
Other than that, I don't think there's much else to talk about in the episode. If we did, we'd probably be here all night. I'd like to go ahead and encourage you guys to partake in our comment spotlight. As we do every week, we will take one comment that we enjoy the most from this that's posted at the bottom of this video and spotlight it and give you guys a shout out, rate it out, and even, you know, whatever one stands out to us. No one actually commented on last week's video. Very sad. So there's no winners for last week. So again, you guys get down there in the comments section. Don't let it discourage you. Tell me your thoughts, ideas, theories, anything you want to talk about that's relevant to the show or the podcast, and we'll pick our favorite and showcase it. But other than that, don't forget to check out Gecko's respective stuff. All the links will be in the description. And I guess we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for stopping by. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye. Get out of here, you